Hello, gorgeous Capricorn. We are approaching a full moon in Aries on October the 13th or 14th, depending where you are around the world, in fiery Aries. So since the start of October, there have been some tense cosmic energies, and if you have been feeling highly strung, easily frustrated or overwhelmed, there is going to be a huge release point on offer to all of us under the bright Aries full moon. Full moons in Aries tend to come with a lot of energy, as Aries is a fire sign and a cardinal sign, which is ruled by energetic Mars. But with full moons being overall emotional, we may be driven by our feelings to take action and can be moved around by emotion. So sometimes these emotions can get the better of us, and we can blow up and be more easily irritated, frustrated and annoyed. And a healthy outlet for these feelings that surface during this lunar phase is a definite must. So Capricorn, it's time to release yourself from the shackles that you have become bound by. And under the light of the full moon in Aries, we will be guided to unlock the doors and help free ourselves from any self-imposed barriers. And if we have been hiding behind masks, we are asked to remove those masks and to be our true authentic selves. We also have Pluto during this lunar phase being very active, and it is going to encourage us to keep shedding the layers that hold us back, so we can we'll be shedding these layers so that we can rise into our fullest power in some way. So we need to come out of the shadows with courage to share our energy with the world, because that is why we are here. That is why our souls bothered to make this courageous, scary and beautiful journey to Earth in the first place. It is to share who we are and our energy with the world. So our true energy. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and is ruled over by the energy of number 1 in numerology, which is all about leadership, ownership, and showing up exactly as we are, free from attachments and insecurities, and just ready to bring all of who we are into the world, etc. And it's also about new beginnings as well. So we may have collected insecurities along the way in our personal life journeys, and it is most moments like these that we are reminded to break through the chains of fears, to see those fears as the illusions they are. So the Aries full moon energy wants us to make sure we are not hiding away our true selves or sacrificing too much in order to make those around us happy and comfortable, or to also ensure that we are not doing the reverse and allowing our ego to overwhelm or smother another person's truth or energy. So besides releasing us from our self-imposed prisons, this full moon is also going to be challenging us in our general relationships. So we are still in Libra season, which is all about relationships, not just romantic, but in general. And if relationships were an issue under the Libra new moon back in September, this full moon will bring some new information to the surface, or could bring some information to the surface that will allow you to find some sort of closure. So while this energy will be motivating us to break free, it may help to check in and ensure we are acting from a place of love rather than ego, as Aries is a fire sign, and with the fire quality of to this full moon, it can make us want to rush, force and jump into things head first, just like the ram. If that has been the case in any relationship in your life recently, you may find that the full moon pushes you to take action or to make some changes. So I would say better to be safe than sorry, just to stop, breathe and reflect for a minute before taking any action, because you may end up doing something you'll regret. Relationships that are no longer serving your soul's growth will be released during, or may be released during, under this energy, and or you may just decide to set up some new healthy boundaries. So take a look at what limitations have been working against you that are preventing you from moving forward. What thoughts or beliefs have been blocking your progress or standing in your way? So take a look at those. And as Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, full moons in Aries sign energy can be those times when we finalize plans to start something new and to see the successful completion of something we started long before. So you could say that it's like the end of the beginning or the beginning of the end in some way. So whatever happens during this time can determine whether something lives on or makes it all away or falls apart and loses magic. So also during this full moon, there is a square transiting Pluto in Capricorn, which is a hard aspect. It's a difficult aspect. Pluto really is going to amplify anger and aggression. It will affect people according to how it is placed in their natal charts. So some people might be affected more than some people, and some people might not be affected at all. So it depends how it is placed. But if you feel the anger and aggression, you may find yourself fighting more over power and control, and you may need to take a step back. Like I said, this is a difficult transit, and then there may be some major fighting of some sort with this full moon. So stop, breathe, and reflect. Take a moment to analyze, and then take action. This full moon also is trine transiting Jupiter in Sagittarius, and trine aspects are always a good or positive aspects. And so what Jupiter wants us to do is to try not to be serious. It's like the Joker. Don't be so serious. Don't get sucked into the drama. That's what Jupiter is saying. So it's kind of contradicting the energies, but at least we have some people being more affected by Jupiter, right? So they're not being so serious about it, not taking it so seriously. It can be kind of balancing things out as well in a way. So the full moon in Aries being an axis with Libra, we're still in Libra season, which is square to Pluto, where the energies might push some of us to be tempted to assert claims to power ruthlessly, and there will be conflicts that we cannot avoid. So we need to be very careful if we want to prevent anything that we don't want to regret later on. So I would suggest during this time, stand by a light. Do not be a doormat. Stand by a light, but do not be afraid to show your weaknesses either, because that's also going to teach some people who do have a conscience in some way. So the strong energy of these days could well be used for a deep personal process of clarification. The feeling of uncertainty can make you solve problems faster than normal. That's another thing, because Aries is all about the head and, you know, and so on. So I would say do not rush as if there was a deadline, and try to slow down so that you can decide what it is you really want to do and proceed at your own comfortable pace, Capricorn. So Capricorn, you fall into the 4th house during this full moon, and the 4th house is about house, home and hearth, and stability at home. This may be part of the overall transformation for you, but you may start to question whether you like the people that you live with at home, and you may want to just get rid of them and the home. It's like getting rid of the bath water and the baby at the same time. So you may get irritated because Pluto is going to be squaring in Capricorn. So you will have a hard effect on you, and you may start to question whether you like where you live, or you like who you share the house with. You might even start to question your family members. So it's about the change of scene. Basically, that's all you want. You just want a change of scene, and this full moon will make it very clear to you how much rearranging it will take for you to feel homey at home. So yeah, there may be sudden things that you want to do at home, changes and so on. So it's basically all in all, it just means you just want a bit of change. Maybe take a short trip, go away on the weekend or something. Go stay with a relative or someone that you know. It's just until the full moon energies have, calmed down a bit. So that is what the 4th house is about. The 4th house is about home, hearth and family. And also it involves short courses. If you're taking a short course, it's all about lower education, as in the basics that you learned in, say, primary school or even high school, so elementary school. Maybe you learned something and you forgot and you need to relearn it again and things like that. So that's where the 4th house falls into, and it just means that people around you are starting to get on your nerves. You start to resent even the place you live in. The things in your house are starting to get on your nerves, and you just want a change. So let's see what the full moon layout with the tarot has got to say for you. So higher self, this is a 5-card spread for Capricorn. So I want 5 cards. So 5 cards. Number 2. There we go, got 5 cards. Okay, Capricorn. So the first card resonates with the question, what are the energies that you have attracted or manifested since the last new moon? we have the Tower. And the Tower is about sudden destruction. So maybe you became very angry and you erupted. Someone got on your nerves and you just blew your top off. Okay? It could be anyone. So there is this destruction or this energy of anger erupting like a volcano. Okay, so something like that happened. That's the energy that you attracted or manifested since the last new moon or around the last new moon, and that's what you experienced. So the second card is what needs to come into your consciousness. Okay, it's saying go deep down to the child within, the sensitive soul you are. That needs to come into your consciousness. What does that soul want? What does that soul require? Okay, it's a sensitive young soul. There's a lot of female energies relating to this card. So whether you are male or female, it does not matter. It just means that the female energies are a little bit more effective during this full moon, as in you are more emotional. In your emotions, you are more connected to the female energies. So that could be more being creative, being more expressive, being more imaginative. Okay, so it's just coming through as being more in touch with your feelings and emotions. Okay, so the third card, what no longer serves you and needs to be released. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who likes their home, likes their security, likes the comfortness of their home, the abundance in their home. And during this, how fitting is that? During this time with the full moon in Aries, it's saying that I did say that you're in the fourth house where your home, the people in your home, they will all be irritating you. And this is what it says. The third question says, what no longer serves you and needs to be released. So maybe certain things in the home or even certain people, the way you are attached to them, the way you see them, the way you perceive them, that may need to be released. That may need to change, okay? It may not be serving you in the way it has been serving you so far. So you may need to change your perception and your way of relating to those situations. Okay, so the fourth card is about, resonates with the question, how can you release and let go of the energies that you no longer need? Okay, it's saying you should be a bit more out than home. Okay, so this is more about being at home, relaxed with all the comforts and everything. Whereas this is saying you should be more out. You should take your staff and go for a walk, maybe do some trekking, maybe do some walking, maybe do some activities outside. So you should be more outside in nature, more than being at home during this time. So that is the only way you can release and let go of these energies that you no longer need. And the last card here is saying, what can you learn from this experience to make magic happen? What have you learned? What can you learn? It's saying, well, after all that you are going to go through, when the energies of the full moon has settled down, you will start to regain the gratitude that you have for the people that you live with and what you own. So this is the card of giving, being responsible, giving, also related to money, as well as giving love and affection. So this is a card of also gratitude. So after all the energies have gone, and settle down, you will start to go back to your home and hearth and feel more gratitude. Feel more gratitude of what you already have, but with a different perspective of what you have. Okay, so because everything is for us, everything helps us to grow, everything it was meant to be this way so that our souls can progress and grow and go forward. So Capricorn, that is your astro and tarot for the full moon in Aries. I hope you enjoy the Aries moon energies, and may love and light be with you always. So take it easy and have fun. Bye.